Back here on the 1978 Toyota pickup. Got a pretty cool delivery. Don't need it right now, but bolts and nuts is exactly what it is. So got all these bags of goodies. So my hope is I'll accumulate most everything I'm gonna need to put the truck back together. My plan is that I'll just have it together with whatever random crappy hardware from scrounging from what my previous old stock and whatever I scrounged off of the engine and truck and everything else and some of the new things. I'll run it all ugly and beat up for probably a couple of months just to shake it down. I'm sure there's going to be problems. And then after that, I'll blow it apart, paint it, do all those things. But, you know, I've sporadically ran into problems where I didn't have hardware that I would need and causes all kinds of annoyance. So what's cool about this is they put a barcode comes on the, or a QR code comes on each pack and has the specs of what you need, and then you could just scan that and, you know, order up new ones. Has the sizes of everything, which is cool. So I've been putting them into bins, and so, you know, got little things and slightly larger in here, and then got these big old monstrosities. And honestly, I just ordered a full variety pack and do a little bit of customization, and definitely, like, I had no reason for this. Like, these are gigantic suspension size things, but they're not long enough. You know, these ones are plenty long. So I don't know, like, I just ordered a big old kit. I got all these M16s, which, you know, I didn't even think of at the time. Like, there's no way in hell I'm gonna need all that. Like, what is the chance I'm gonna need a short, stubby, giant bolt? I don't know. Everything's 10.9, and so it's, you know, rated for suspension frame stuff. And so I'm not having to worry about, like, mixing up, like, grade 8 and 10.9 and making a mess of things. But yeah, it's pretty cool. One thing that's a little bit, I don't know, kind of annoying is the consistency in the coloring. You know, this is not the same as that one. I'm not sure how well it shows up on camera. And then there's a couple that are pretty funny, like, them's are straight gold, which is hilarious. So I don't know how much I care. I mean, it'll look way better than rusty old hardware. I definitely don't think I have everything I'm gonna need. So I think some of them are a bit too short. Some of them I'm gonna need some longer ones. But, you know, as far as, like, having a lot of hardware on hand, this is kind of cool to have all this available and organized. I kind of went overboard. Harbor Freight was having a sale on these bins. Normally they're like $8, and these were only $3, and so I just bought a lot of them. Whatever, I'll probably end up using them for something somewhere, or give them to the wife or kids or whatever. But so yeah, that's pretty cool. And then getting a lick of paint on the housing here. And so, you know, just trying to, I think this is going to be where it will end up staying. Like, I originally was thinking, you know, maybe I'll just get like a quick and dirty coat like what I've done on the actual body and everything. But, you know, I figure this is the sort of thing that I don't really want to strip it down. So if I got enough paint on it to keep the rust away, it would have made it a real pain in the ass to strip it all off in order to paint it for real. And so, yeah, so I took a while cleaning and prepping, self-etching primer, a couple coats of paint. And I think this will probably be the way that it'll set. It's possible in some super future, you know, I'd sandblast it down to bare metal again, do a proper epoxy coat and automotive paint instead of rattle can stuff. But we'll see how long this lasts. I think it should be pretty good. I actually gave the Vice Grip Garage folks a try. So I ordered, you know, some of that Rebuild Black that they got on there. I'm going to say that it's okay. The pressure that it comes out at is pretty low. It doesn't have like a hard spray on it, and then it's not multi-angle either. So I did notice that when I was trying to spray it, sometimes it'd spit on me because it wouldn't, I get the can in a weird angle or something, and it didn't like that very much. So it was cool to support Safety Squints. I like that guy, and on YouTube and everything, he's hilarious and does cool stuff, and so it was cool to support him. But the product is just okay. Wouldn't say that it's great. But, you know, as far as like getting a lick of paint on something, it's pretty good. You know, it sprayed out okay and turned out, I mean, I'm sure on video this thing looks amazing, but, you know, in real life it is just okay. So, all right, thanks. See you in the next one.